Hello friend, today's video is all about impressions and click-through rate or CTR on YouTube. We'll discuss what exactly counts as an impression and how the CTR is calculated from this, and you will also learn what makes YouTube decide to essentially generate impressions for you. Let's talk about it. So first things first, what exactly is an impression? An impression is when your video thumbnail is shown to somebody on the YouTube platform, but it does not, I repeat, it does not include when your video thumbnail is shared outside of the YouTube platform. So for example, if you share your video to Facebook or you send an email to your mailing list, those views of the thumbnail are not counted as impressions. On the YouTube platform, impressions are counted from places such as search results, YouTube homepage, so videos that get recommended to people based on their usual viewing habits, or sometimes just random videos that are suddenly trending. Also, impressions are counted from places such as feeds like the subscription feed or watch later, playlists that other users might have curated and your video might appear on there, and also recommendations. So in the up next part of the YouTube player, when somebody watches a video, there are often other videos that are recommended to watch next. For an impression to be counted, at least 50% of the thumbnail needs to be shown for at least 1 second. So if you are just quickly scrolling through the YouTube app and see a bunch of thumbnails just for a split second, those will not be counted as an impression. Likewise, if you scroll just part way onto a thumbnail, that will not be counted as an impression. So those are the only ways that impressions are counted on YouTube. Now you know what impressions are, let's talk about CTR. CTR, or click-through rate, is essentially the percentage of people that click on your video after seeing the thumbnail as an impression. The percentage of impressions that are actually turned into clicks, hence the term click-through rate. Again, if you share your video externally and people click onto it from an external place outside of YouTube, those views or those clicks will not be counted in your CTR metric. The CTR can vary quite widely for new channels and videos with low views, but generally speaking, YouTube does say that half of all channels and videos on YouTube have a click-through rate ranging between 2 and 10%. Now, the main thing you might be wondering is how exactly does YouTube essentially generate impressions for you? When you first upload a video, YouTube starts pushing out that video or the video thumbnail to audiences that are relevant, that they think will be most interested in the video. Naturally, these audiences will come in the form of your diehard fans, such as your subscribers, or people who keep watching your videos but aren't yet subscribed to your channel for some reason. Which reminds me, about 80% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. So you know what to do. Click the red subscribe button down below if you want more videos just like this. YouTube will also push your video thumbnail to people who view similar videos or are subscribed to similar channels, and eventually it will start appearing in places such as recommended, or if you're doing something really great, it might go on the trending page. If your CTR varies a lot, don't worry, this is very natural. You will often find that your CTR is highest just after you upload your videos, so like a few hours or a day or two after, because as I said, YouTube will start by pushing the video to people it thinks are interested in it, your fans, and those people are most likely to actually click on your video and watch it. Depending on how your video performs, so watch time, engagement rate, and all that jazz, YouTube will then keep pushing that video out to more people, but those audiences will be like less specific, and YouTube's just kind of testing the waters with them. That's why you might see that your CTR goes lower after a few days. When looking at your analytics, you might see some quite strange things with the impressions and the views. Sometimes you could actually end up having more views than impressions. If your video is shared to an external website such as Reddit, a lot of people might just straight away click and watch your video from there, and that will not be counted as an impression, and it will not be counted into the CTR metric, but it will be counted as a view. This isn't very often, but it could occasionally happen. Also, if you're checking your CTR and it seems quite low, don't go changing the thumbnail straight away or the title straight away if you haven't actually received that many impressions. As a new channel such as mine, I don't receive a lot of impressions, so I kind of take my CTR with a pinch of salt. But if you're generating like I don't know, 10,000 impressions on a video and your CTR is low, then maybe that's when you can start testing different thumbnails and different titles. So now you know all about impressions and CTR on YouTube, and hopefully you can use this information and your analytics to actually kind of see how your channel is doing, where you're getting views from. If your impressions are low, what can you do to improve them? What could you do to your thumbnails to improve your CTR? But remember, only look at this information after like you've got a lot of impressions and quite a few views, and have a look at how it trends compared to 7 days, compared to 28 days, and so on. Hopefully this video was useful for you, and if it was, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel so you can keep watching more videos like this and improve your social media, your YouTube game. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!